Goku-Vegeta fusion, but because I suspected it was going to be something new. But they didn't even use the bug. So to me, that's actually bad, because that type of foreshadowing and not delivering is just not something you want to do. I think that's a bad move. I knew that there were going to be some plot threads that couldn't get resolved in the last episode, because it's a regular length episode, and you just can't resolve everything in one episode. You just can't. Because there was too many unfinished plot threads. So I kind of knew that they wouldn't be able to resolve everything, but I really did not think that the bug fusion is something that they would not be able to resolve. Like, I thought that was for sure happening. Like, and I'm not the only one. I saw the comments. Everybody watching Daima knew that a fusion was coming, and there was no fusion. So, in fact, they didn't even do a comedy fusion after the fact. Like, the bugs, Goku dropped them, the bugs were just forgotten about. That was very weird and honestly kind of disappointing. So the battle is over. We see Goma, like, in this, surrounded by this purple sludge and Degasu. He gets arrested, basically. And what happens is Marva appears, and she takes Degasu and Goma and does basically a demonic version of the Mafuba, which is the demonic containment wave, the evil containment wave. For sure this is a throwback to that, and traps Goma and Degasu in this little jar. That little jar right there is basically, like, to me, saying that they're leaving this open for the future. I'm not saying we're going to get another season of Daima, nor am I saying for sure there's going to be another storyline where Goma and Degasu come back, but the fact that they didn't die and are just trapped in this jar, that could easily lead to a storyline later on where they come back or somebody frees them. You know, there's a lot of possibilities there. They didn't die. As I've said many times before, they were originally, I was told a while ago, before the passing of Toriyama, that Daima storylines and characters and lore would be used later on in Dragon Ball. Now, I don't know if that meant more Daima episodes or just stuff in Super, but I always thought it was going to be like a future Super storyline, which they could do. They could still do that. And, but when Toriyama passed, everything may have changed. And ultimately, that's the big... That is the big sort of question, is where everything stands now, because it seems like, based on, and I have more to talk about in the episode, but it seems like based on this ending that there's more, that Toriyama may have had more in the back of his head, like more ideas, or maybe he did write them down. I don't know. Nobody knows except for the people at the tippy top. So it seems like they left a lot open for the future, but now that Toriyama passed, I don't know if and when they're going to ever get to it, if they even have anything, or if Toriyama just had it all in his head. I don't know. Like, I do not know. So then they spent some time trying to figure out who the next Grand Demon King's going to be now that Goma's gone. And of all people, it ends up being Majin Ku. And this is how Majin Ku got the cape. In one of the original videos that I did back in September, where I went into very mild Daima spoilers, I showed Majin Ku with a cape on. And that's because the image that was sent to me, he had a cape, but we didn't see the cape. Well, it makes sense. Deborah had a cape. Abura had a cape in the flashbacks. Goma had a cape. So having a cape is like having a crown in the demon realm. He is the new king of the demon realm. He goes into this like spiel where he talks about changing the demon realm and making it better. That sounded just like a politician running for office. Like, you know what I mean? It was so goofy. So of all people, Majin Ku, who's not the strongest guy, is now the king of the three demon realms. And that was kind of, again, unexpected. It was very unexpected. Toriyama always throws curveballs in these things. The lack of fusion, I think, was another curveball. Very much so. So Pansy gives Bulma one of the little crystals, the Magiite crystals or whatever, so she can take it with her. Again, it seems like they were setting something up for later with this, but I'm not sure. Then we have a conversation with Goku and Vegeta, and Vegeta asks